Hi, welcome back to A Grounded Quarantine. Today I want to talk to you in more detail about the body scan. So a body scan is a way of being informed about how we're feeling. So a lot of times we walk around almost like a floating head, not attached to our body, not recognizing what's happening in our body. So we're going to use body scan today to work with what is there. You ready? Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is let our eyes close. Take a couple deep breaths. And then bring our awareness to the top of our head and scan all the way down to the tips of our toes. And all we're doing here is noticing where we're holding sensation in our body. So maybe you're finding you have sensation in your throat. Maybe it's your chest. Maybe it's your gut. Maybe somewhere else. I want you to try to define it a little more. Give it some shape. Give it some texture. Maybe even give it a color. Just define it a little bit more. I'm going to be quiet and let you have time to do that now. So I hope you've had a little bit of time to define that sensation you're holding in your body. Now I want you to think of a color that is pleasing to you. And let's imagine that color is being inhaled with your in-breath. Maybe you think of it as sort of a colored vapor. And you're breathing that in and you're directing it to the area in your body where you're feeling these uncomfortable sensations. So as you breathe that air in, imagine it calming, relaxing, whatever the sensation is. And if it feels appropriate, as you exhale, imagine a different color, a less attractive to you color, being exhaled, purging yourself of that feeling that is not so helpful right now. So inhaling the color that's pleasing and exhaling, releasing the uncomfortable feeling. We'll do it a few more times. Inhale the pleasing and exhaling discomfort. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And just sense if it has changed at all. That was a very brief practice, so just like all of the practices I share on here, you're likely to have better experience with them the more time you invest. But I also want to make it clear that you can also get a lot of relief from just a tiny snippet of time if you so choose. So the body scan is a great way to just get in touch with how we're feeling. If we're feeling things like panic or anxiety, fear, other uncomfortable feelings like that, it often will trigger our fight or flight. So we'll have a racing in our heart. We'll have sweaty palms. We may just feel like a heaviness in our chest or not able to catch a full breath, right? This is our body's response to our pituitary gland releasing adrenaline and other chemicals that help us get into that fight or flight, right? Our system really hasn't updated tremendously since back in the cave day times. So if you think about it, If you were out hunting or gathering or whatever it was that you were doing and you saw a predator, your body would kick into fight or flight, and your blood would pool to all of your musculature, because you don't need to eat, and you don't need to digest, and you don't need to reproduce in that moment. You just need to get the hell out of there, right? So this is what happens. Our body reacts to these stress hormones. Now we don't have the same predators, but we have many things that trigger that same system. And so if we're able to calm the body's response to those things, then we can get our frontal lobe, our thinking brain, back online. When we are in that fight or flight mode, like I said, the entire intent is to survive, and therefore our logic is impaired. So calming our body can help us to think more logically and have better solutions to whatever it is that we're facing. I hope that makes sense and that example is helpful to you. Just like always, eat the avocado, leave the peel, plant the seed.